Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at some of the stories we're following tonight. The Flint Ethics and Accountability Board is calling on the Flint City Council to fill the council's 3rd Ward vacancy. The board filed a complaint against the council to compel them to fill that seat immediately. It was left empty by the late Quincy Murphy, who passed away in September. The city charter required the council to fill that seat by the end of October, but that seat still hasn't been filled. The special meeting called for tonight was adjourned due to lack of quorum. There's still no council president after 450 rounds of voting. All other council and committee meetings for the night are also adjourned. The city of Flint is taking over the management of the Hasselbring Senior Center. In a press release sent to TV5, the city said it's due in part to the city council's failure to approve an extended lease of the center. City leaders will take over the responsibilities for servicing and maintaining it. The lease agreement with the current vendor expired, and the city council hasn't approved a new one. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is investing money to resurface Bay City's Marquette Avenue. She says due to tolls on Liberty and the upcoming toll to cross the Independence Bridge, the traffic on the truck route that connects to Vets Bridge is expected to increase. The work on Marquette Avenue from Transit Street to the Independence Bridge includes concrete patching, traffic signal upgrades, and curb repairs. The project costs more than $470,000, with 80% covered by the Transportation Economic Development grants and the rest from the city. At this time, no start date for that work to begin. Now here's Chris with your first alert forecast.
Meg, we're taking a look at Mount Pleasant as of 6:34, and it looks like snow quickly returning to the area, starting to cover the streets once again. And we want to stress once again that it is not the amount of snow we are concerned about tonight. It is the fact that our road temperatures have dropped. We will get cooler throughout the evening. We've also seen some areas of freezing drizzle, so it's the road conditions that we expect to deteriorate as the night goes along. Your live on-time traffic map shows some of those speeds near 127 as of 6:35 are starting to slow down. And here's a look at the timeline tonight. The heaviest snowfall rates between about 6 and midnight. Overnight, it will be mostly in the thumb. The heaviest rates there expected through about 3 a.m. And then for the morning, we want you to plan on icy roads, especially back roads. But just know that also the road crews have this evening and most of the overnight to get ready for tomorrow morning. So conditions, at least on a localized basis, might be a little bit better than you expect. But still plan for some caution as you start the day Thursday. Winter weather advisories in place for most of the area. A winter storm warning for Roscommon County. Snow just starting to move back into the area tonight, so it will be around for the next several hours. So even if it seems like you're not seeing much right now, know that that will likely change over the next few hours. Your sky tracker showing most of that snow still on the west side of the state, so it has to work in our direction. As we go through the night, that snow will pass through up to about a ½ inch to an inch per hour at times. Looks like some of the peak snowfall rates in the thumb could approach an inch per hour later tonight. But thankfully, it does remain progressive enough to where we expect it to be a fairly minor snowfall in the grand scheme of things. A couple of inches for most of the area, which is pretty low for our standards, but it was still enough to be inconvenient. Most of the region picks up about 1 to 3. We think the thumb has a slightly better chance to pick up around 2 to 4. And then that area to the north and west closer to the winter storm warning will have a better chance to pick up about 2 to 5. We simplified that zone a little bit, but we do expect areas like Houghton Lake and especially the northwest side of Roscommon County to be closer to 5 rather than 2. Your lows tonight will drop to the teens and low 20s. And then as we take a look at the forecast for the rest of the week, we will stay chilly as we head towards Friday, likely around 30 degrees. The first alert weather day for tomorrow is just for the morning commute. We expect most of the day to be relatively quiet. We start to warm up this weekend, and it's pretty much just rain showers going into Monday of next week.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.